Alright. What is up, people? This is the Mark talking to himself part. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I had my adolescence after debut, actually. The average time for most kids or teenagers who go through their adolescence is like when they're at their teenage time in their lives. But for me, I feel like it came after debut. Yeah, thinking about it now. The adolescence wave itself couldn't interfere with my practicing. That's how I kind of thought about it while looking back. Like, I had no time for the wave to come. That's how busy I was with practicing. Like, that's crazy thinking about it now. But I think that is the truth. Like, the song, it kind of has that rebellious vibe, as we all intended. We all have that in our hearts. I really, really think that we all do. No matter who you are, what age you're in, we still have it, and we all know that it's something that we should kind of control. But we as people are so bad at being controlled. But most importantly, as children and as kids, and you know, like when puberty hits, and you know, when like that adolescence wave comes in, that rebellious spark, like that gate opens up the most, and it's the most visible, it's the most, you know, I kind of had to relate to that emotion for the song particularly. I mean, I still have that rebellious surge, because we all do. I kind of like enhanced it too to make it more dramatic, but it is all from like genuine thoughts and emotions, you know. Like there's a line where I go, I want to break my responsibilities, but that was something that I actually did feel, and that weight of responsibility, no matter what it is, really does feel like a lot of weight, and it prevents you from becoming very free sometimes, and that feeling was the inspiration for the whole song in general too. Yeah. Well, I feel like to be free means for you to be entirely yourself and to not be concerned with what the world and the society has framed on you. Like everything's opinionated, everything's subjective, all of that gone, and you just being you. Like I think that's when you're at your most freest moment. Yeah. I started, thinking back, I started writing when I was a trainee, yeah. I was first, like, interested in rap. Yeah, I feel like that's the better word. That was the start, yeah. For example, how I always start, I think I should talk about the way we started off with Child first. We kind of brainstorm together, we feed off each other's ideas, and it's like a team brainstorming effect. There are so many things that inspire, motivate me. I think it's endless, like the amount of topics I can write about, the amount of expressions, or there are so many possible things and subjects to express about. And so I think that's what the longevity in music works. You just keep going as long as you have the drive. I never worry about the limit to what I can say. Like, there are always stuff to say. Very an off-the-record piece of information. There were some suggestions and some feedback from, you know, the label. It'd be more fun for the listener to have the song end after the bridge without an outro concluding it. And so there was a debate. Eventually, I honestly wanted the outro in there because I had a time where I could talk with the music video director herself, and she told me how she had these ideas for the outro, and that was when I first heard about the outro becoming like the most explosive scene. And so with that all being in my head, I knew that the outro should be in the song. But when I heard other suggestions and other feedback, I was like, I did give it a listen, but I knew in my heart that that the outro had to be there. And so we had a lot of talks and a lot of meetings, and eventually the outro was saved. And I'm so glad it did, yeah. The reason why the song came about was I wanted to write a song. I wanted to see myself fill up an entire song myself. And that's how I started with sessions. That's how I started reaching out to people for sessions. I feel like I should also talk about why I came out with this song at this particular time. It is quite random, but I just wanted to give something to my fans, something that I haven't really given them ever before. I guess it's the perfect thing for an idol or like a singer or a performer to give to their fans. I feel like that's like the most appropriate gift. I have so many concerns when I work in my music space. Each and every song is a different journey for me. And it's that tough. Like, some songs come out so naturally and some don't. And I feel like it's just an endless effort and an endless push for me. But I know that I can't give up because it's something that I really want to do. And so it drives me crazy. It makes me so happy. It gets me mad. It gets me sad. It gets me stressed. It gets me overly joyed. But with all that like rolling around every time I do something, it just makes it that much more meaningful. And so I think about that the most. Like, you know, when I'm in my music space, I know that I want to get this at the highest quality level ever. And so that's what I always think about. Like, how can I do this in the best way, in the coolest way, or in the freshest way? And how can I do it in a way that only I can do it, I guess? I kind of tap into like my inner area where I know that I got to bring every piece of inspiration and every piece of what's in me out for it to work. Yeah. That was a line where, you know, like, 문제야. I kind of like the word. I don't think English has a word for that perfectly, but it basically means like a troubled kid. Like, but I kind of thought that word was totally perfect for this song, and it's like in the beginning of the song too, so it kind of opens the mood and it introduces the concept for the listener like right away. I talk and think to myself a lot about my problems, and I'm really good at looking at myself from a third person's perspective, and so I know what my problem is. Just, I guess it's the internal, like the mental stresses that I have in me that make me think that I guess I'm not living in the most comfortable way. And from that thought, from those emotions and from those moments, I kind of got the 문제야, like the troubled kid guideline, yeah. Because I can relate, yeah. I can fit myself in that category, yeah. What am I in the eyes of other people? That is a thought that I always kind of have. I guess all introverts do. What am I to the eyes of the people around me? Like, that's something that I can never get out of my head, whether it be in a good way or a bad way. Currently, I feel like what I am to other people, that's so hard to say out loud right now. Like, I don't even know. To the people around me, I guess I'm a nice guy, but the important thing is, to me, I'm not a nice guy. Yeah, I'm a child, you know? I guess I'm not a child, but I guess it's just a metaphor, because I'm still so young. I'm still so uneducated, inexperienced, curious, who needs guidance, who needs discipline, you know, like all those attributes, I guess, all those requirements suit a child as well, which is something that anyone else can go through as well. And so I kind of wanted to say that I'm a child, I'm still a child. Going after my goals and going after my dreams, that's just all I always think about, all I always picture in my head. There's nothing more bigger than that for me. Like, that's my main point of concentration. And it's the only reason why I have a drive. It's what pushes me to go, like, every time I wake up in the morning, I guess, yeah. Like I said, I'm a child. So, to me, to child Mark, I would like to tell you, you're normal, you know? You're doing fine. Sometimes you're doing better, sometimes you're doing worse. But at the end, it's you. So I just want you to have no regrets. I want you to feel yourself grow. And I just want you to also love yourself. Adolescence couldn't interfere with my that rebellious vibe as we all intended surge genuine. It prevents you from feed off each other's. The longevity in music. There was a debate. It is quite random. The most appropriate gift. For the listener, like right away. From the third person's perspective. All introverts do. Currently, I feel like discipline. All those attributes. Point of concentration.